Nothing to help you but your team and
What's
your
up, everyone? Thanks for clicking on the video. If you've been grinding Crucible, but you're feeling stuck lately, this is the video for you. Chances are you're making one or a couple of these three mistakes. I find myself even making these mistakes, so I wanted to make a quick video on it. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the first one is going to be over challenging. Whether this is ego challenging a 1v2, a 1v3, and expecting, you to win that engagement, it's going to be very tilting because 9 times out of 10, if you're staring at two guys and they're staring back at you, you're not going to win that. For example, right here, I'm pushing a 1v2 and I get absolutely slammed. It shows that you need to play it smarter, isolate maybe the 1v2s, 1v3s into smaller 1v1s, or just not challenge and just reposition instead. If you're dealing damage from behind a corner and you're one shot, don't re-challenge that. Right here, I'm one shot. I'm trying to get out of there. I'm trying to regroup. Okay, I heal. I can re-challenge now. But being able to have the discipline to not re-challenge and reposition instead, or play with your team is the better decision, and you're going to win more engagements because of those decision makings. So instead of peeking a 1v2, 1v3, sliding out into that, maybe play an angle, see how many people are there. If there's just one guy, then you can slide them maybe, because you're going to have an advantage sliding. Destiny 2, I would say, is one of the only games, if not the only game, where you will lose a 1v2 engagement. It's not like Valorant, Apex, any of those other, even Call of Duty, Battlefield 6, right? Like, you can win a bunch of 1v5s and flick and stuff like that. But with this game, like, you have to shoot more bullets than the other guys. So it's not likely you're gonna win that. Second mistake is going to be bad positioning, or just like running down the middle of the lane and expecting you to get a kill or two. I see this count, like that guy right there, Moonies. He's out in the middle of the open. He doesn't have any cover and he gets gunned down. It's like you have to play cover in Destiny 2 and know like your escape routes. If you don't have anywhere to escape to, you shouldn't be taking that engagement. You should only take engagements that you can disengage from. It'll keep you alive 9 times out of 10. If you're just ignoring that, then yeah, you're gonna die more. But also just running down the middle of the lane, like even right there, I'm not playing any cover, right? I'm just running down expecting to beat an SMG. It's not gonna work 9 times out of 10. But yeah, I would say, yeah, for this point, just don't over challenge something that you're just gonna lose, or just sit there behind the cover, wait for yourself to heal, wait for your teammates to come over to you. But right here even is a pretty good example, right? I'm playing cover and I'm isolating a 1v1 right here. The second guy peeks me, I know I can run away and hide behind this and use it as cover. I re-challenge, I isolate that 1v1, and then I isolate that 1v1. So it's just a series of just isolating 1v1s and playing cover. It'll keep you way more consistent. Even right here, I'm just playing cover. It'll definitely help just with you winning more engagements that way, and not getting too antsy and just like you do one damage, you hit him one time in the head and like, oh, let me push him. No, just wait. They're bound to re-challenge. I would say the last mistake is either it's a combination of both, like using the wrong loadout and then also not adapting, right? If I'm running a hand cannon and I'm consistently getting gunned down by a pulse rifle and I keep on running a hand cannon, it's not going to do me any good. I would rather switch to a scout rifle. Then I would have more range on him. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to keep the same, I guess, disadvantage loadout that you have on. If the whole lobby's running SMG shotgun and I'm trying to use a pulse rifle or a scout rifle, I'm probably going to get gunned down, or I'm going to get pushed, more often than not. This also depends on the map as well. There's a bunch of variables that come into play with that too. So don't just think like, oh, I'm going to use the loadout that I'm most comfortable with. Like, okay, maybe let's say I'm comfortable with a hand cannon and I was using like spare rations or dire promise because it feels so good, right? Those hand cannons are probably some of the best feeling hand cannons in the game. But I'm getting gunned down by, you know, Criminal's Dagger, Igneous Hammer, Steady Hand, even like some exotic 140s, Ace of Spades, Thorn, you know, like they have more range, stability, handling. So I should probably adapt, you know, throw on a 120 myself or throw on a hand cannon that has more range, you know. It's just gonna benefit you, and yeah, it might take a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get used to it and you give the gun some time, you're going to be better, and you're gonna find yourself, okay, maybe I don't have to use the quote unquote meta weapons, but you know, I need to have some type of advantage. This hand cannon that I'm using here is very adaptable. It's a 150, and you can change firing modes to make it 100 RPM. So I have the long range that I need when I want to, like, let's say team shot. And then if I want to win a 1v1, I can use the 150 mode, like right here. I just missed my last shot, right? Like, that would have been a really easy 1v1 for me to win. But yeah, those are the top 3 common mistakes that I see, even I see myself making, is going to be 1, over challenging a 1v2, a 1v3, and not isolating the 1v1. Second one is going to be bad positioning, not playing cover, you know, ego chowing when you're one shot, you know. And the third mistake, like we're just talking about, is going to be just making the wrong decisions. Not making the wrong decisions, sorry, using the wrong loadout, or not adapting, right? Which is in turn making the wrong decision. So fixing these habits will instantly make Crucible less frustrating. I guarantee you'll see improvement. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, sub for more PvP breakdowns, and I also stream Crucible live 3 times a week, so come hang out and say what's up, guys. Thank you. Have a good one.